Welcome to episode 3 of Frankentone. I'm Yasin and we're gonna dial a tone from random plugins. I have two picker wheels in front of me. One of them has the neural amp sims that I have, and the other one is the average sections of those neural amp sims, meaning pre-FX, post-FX, EQ, amp, and cap section. So we're gonna actually choose 5 different plugins to create one tone. It's a creative and entertaining challenge in my opinion, and you're gonna find all these tones in my Discord channel. The link is in the description and also in the pinned comment. Just join, say hi, introduce yourself, and download the tones, enjoy. And I know you don't have most of those plugins. It's okay. Just be as creative as I'm trying to be here and change it. Just if you don't have the cap section amp sim, just put something else. If you don't have a really nice delay, use a stock plugin. It's totally okay. We're just trying to be creative because everyone uses one amp sim, and I hate that. We need to be more original as guitar players, as solo artists, because that's the way how we can stand out. I think I butchered the grammar, but it's okay. If you're ready, let's start. And actually, before we start, first of all, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we have a special guitar with us. I actually got this from Very Nice Guitars for demo and review purposes, but I thought why I don't include this to the Frankentone as well. So say hi to Scurvies and Raptor 7, and you can actually buy this. These guys finding the best guitars in the whole world, founded by amazing people, and I think you're gonna find something that is really good for you as well. Check Very Nice Guitars. Let's start. Let's start with the section. It's gonna be, pre-FX. Okay, I'm thinking Pliny. No, I just lost Pliny. Oh, is it 14 Cali? The next thing is gonna be, I'm thinking cap. I think the most important thing will come, okay, it's amp. Let's do the amp. I think it's gonna be Mateus. No, Soldano. Okay, it's gonna be a heavy tone, I believe. The next one, I'm assuming it's gonna be EQ. So far, I wasn't right. And again, I'm not right. It's gonna be post-FX. And for post-FX, we have, hopefully, Gojira. No, you have Pliny? Yeah, it's not gonna move anywhere. Next one. I mean, cap is the most important thing for us. So I expect this gonna be the last thing. Yeah, for some reason, this second picker wheel is acting weird. Cap is always the last. Okay, let's go. Cap, no, we chose EQ, right? EQ will be Gojira. Okay, I did it in the last Frankentone or the one before that, I don't remember, but I think I'm familiar enough with Gojira. And the last one is cap, so I'm just gonna click and immediately move on because I know what it's gonna be, right? And I'm hoping it's gonna be I mean, until I decide, we already saw what it is. It's nameless. Dude, it's gonna be so cool. I honestly think it's gonna be probably the sickest tone so far. Because, you know, it's something that I know, it's something that I'm familiar. Let's balance the output as well, and I think we're ready. Now, I'm gonna dial a tone. I'm gonna play a couple of notes for you, and in the next minutes, you're gonna hear about my decision-making process, basically how I dial that particular tone. I have no idea what's gonna come up, by the way. In the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, I'm gonna dial actually the tone, but you're gonna hear everything, so you can also follow along the whole decision and tone-making process. And if you're ready, if you're subscribed, if you turn on the notification bell, let's start. You heard the tone. Now we're gonna talk about what did I do here. Let's start with the Cali suite because that was, where everything started. Actually, the tone was already good when I started. The noise gate, I just push it a little bit, and we have Neural's gate as set, minus 65. Yeah, and I use the drive like a regular drive. I just push the drive a little bit. I don't want extreme gain, extreme drive, but it's really important to tame the low end. For that reason, we just put a little bit drive, increase the tone a little bit. It came, as a default preset. It sets it to 9, 10-ish o'clock, and I just push it a little bit to 1, maybe 2, or between. So the next one is the actual amp. And for this one, I just enabled the brightness, pushed the overdrive back. It was around 6, 7-ish. I just put it back and add some saturation from the drive pedal. I put the bass down 100% because it's already, chuggy. And I want it as tight as possible. And because of it, I just dial it back. I just want to make it mix ready, if it makes sense. Because when I isolate my mix ready or in the mix tones, it's closer to this. Because of that, I just put it back a little bit. If you add it, it's gonna sound like this. Wait a second. Let's make it 7 again. It's full, but in the mix, the guitar tone shouldn't be always, full. That's what I'm trying to say. Because most of the time, you also have bass supporting you. And when you have all those bass, you either need to cut it or just compress it down really, really well with the multiband compressor. When I do the chugging stuff, the biggest problem is that I don't have the multiband compression that I usually have in the mix. So because of that, it's kind of a different scenario, but tone-wise, that was what I have in mind. I cranked the treble like hell. Actually, and probably, we can work with less. But let me dial it from 8-ish to 6 for you. But I like this one better. I think it's much better. I didn't touch the master. I accidentally touched the master knob, but put it back immediately because I like the same level, especially in terms of amp. I know when they create this simulation and the capturing, modeling, just choose your word, they model everything so you can actually dial the master down and push the overdrive and volume a little bit. Or instead, you can crank the master and get more from the preamp. That's how I remember they explained it, not in this videos, not in this AmpSims video and documentation, but in general, especially with the neural stuff, since they model it so well, you can actually get same or similar response that you do it with the actual thing. So I don't have the actual thing, so I sometimes do some experimentation with the amp, but for this one I just passed. So master is in the exact same level. And again, presence, I even pushed it further, but it became really harsh and I just dialed it back, and soul down is already hot. If I put it like 4 or 5, just to show you. And I put it back in my own levels. It's tight. It's more presence because it's presence. But I think it's much better. Otherwise, it's gonna be quite low and muffled. For Soldano, I just pushed it a little bit too much, I know. We have, as the cap goes, the nameless, and I put the 50 set. Wait, I didn't change the mics. I just changed the position and distance. Yeah, that's the thing. So it was, the position was a little bit to left, and distance maybe closer. I'm not quite sure. I just moved it around and I enabled the 184 right after that. Without it sounds like this. There will be a volume difference. Sorry for that. And this is with. And I think it supports it well. Alternatively, we could just change the mic level a little bit and dial down. But it's aggressive, so I just want to keep it as it is. Finally, we have the EQ, which changed a lot of things. It's, not big moves, but I did a secure high pass and secure enough low pass. And the most important moves are 500 and 8K. And if I disable the whole EQ, you're gonna realize it's a day and night difference. Big difference. So let's enable that. I'm gonna turn the Pliny back on, and I'm gonna show you. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I didn't use a chorus. I have the delay and reverb, just a regular style thing. Maybe we can even enable chorus together. But what I did is, the project is 120 always, just, Frankentone template thing. I don't want to touch the BPM or make this thing free, because if I'm gonna use this in a context, in another song, I save all these things for my future songs and demos, and it gives me a creative palette that I can change immediately. And because of it, I just kept it, just matched the DAW with 8 dotted time, and I added a bit of saturation, and I didn't change the tape mod. For reverb, it was too spacious, I should say, and I dialed that down. So not much else. And it's, again, quite a wet sound. And I think it's great. It follows nicely. Maybe I can even dial the delay a little bit back down and push the reverb just a little bit, like Pliny. So, and if I enable chorus just for fun's sake, probably it's gonna change a lot of things, but I don't know. I think it's nice. I don't use too much chorus, especially from the Pliny plugin. Actually, at all. So it was a nice addition. I'm just gonna keep it like that. At least, we have some sort of setting that in the future I can work on it, or you can work on it. If you have Pliny, you will be able to download this. So let's save this again so you can get the latest version. So that was it. I got quite lucky with Kali, Soldano, Nameless. It's a great high gain bundle, so it's kind of fun to come up with something like this. You will find this tone in the Discord channel. It's going to be in the description and in the pinned comment. Just join, say hi, introduce yourself. It's going to be great knowing you, and download the tone. If you don't have 1 or 2 plugins here, maybe not all of them, okay? Just 1, just 2, maybe all of them, that would be great. Just put the one that you have and complete the puzzle and create your own tone. It's all about creativity It's all about experimentation and it's all about fun. That's what we are doing here. I'm Yasin. I do modern metal stuff, sometimes lo-fi, and I have a lot of videos of covers, original songs, mix rundowns of those songs and demos. I do reviews of plugins, libraries, and guitars. And finally, you're gonna find a lot of cool videos and also playlists. I'm gonna put a couple for you so you can check them out. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next one.